What's good, folks? Once again, this is SilentMode, maker, artist, and LEGO enthusiast. Just wanted to say hello to Little Lego and Alexandria, streaming buddies in the chat. Thank you for joining me once again. And as you can see, we're continuing our build of the LEGO Ideas minifigure vending machine, SilentMode style. So we got up to bag 5, got up to the end of bag 5 last night. We're going to go all the way in this one, bag 6 through 11, and we're going to make it a great one. So please bear with me. How's it going, Kathy? I see you there too. Thank you for joining in. So we're going to start by building this Fabuland figure, which is the male version, and it has a bear or a teddy bear head. Just going to find the suitable legs. They're red legs. And he has a wrench. You can see there I've got all the other figures over there for display. That's how he looks. I'm pretty sure people like this one. I think this is a pretty cool figure. Fabuland getting some love. And he is accompanied by a female squid warrior, I guess. I didn't know that, Little Lego. Hopefully everything is okay on your end. Well, we'll save this one for later because we haven't gotten to that stage yet. But yeah, as usual, hope everybody is doing alright and hopefully better than me. I'm doing okay today. It is shaping up to be a very busy couple of days, including today. And I found out last minute yesterday that I'm essentially going to be going to a small dinner gathering tomorrow evening, so it gives me even less time to get things done. Hopefully I have the energy to do everything. I know Alexandria's had problems with flooding. Little Lego mentioned that he lives quite close to the flooding incident, and I don't know what's going on in Kathy's world, but hopefully she is okay too. And I see Never Too Old has joined us. Thank you, Never Too Old. So I took Little Lego's advice and I separated all the black elements that I'm replacing the red ones with, and they are in this bag. Probably should take out all the red parts from here just so I don't get confused. And all of these are going into a separate box. Yeah, so I was actually thinking, I remember back when I was a kid, I was really excited about Christmas Day, literally counting down the days till the big day, and everything just seemed longer back then. And now I'm getting closer to the idea that it's just an ordinary day, to be absolutely honest, in the sense that it doesn't excite me as much, not nearly as much, but it is still a, for lack of a better term, precious day, you know. It's certainly something to look forward to, but it will be over just as quickly as it arrives. It does seem kind of weird, but it's a lot to do with a lot of the things that, let's say, a select group of people are doing around Christmas. Anyway, let's see what we can do here. We have 3 of those and 2 of these. So while I'm doing this, let me know in the chat what you guys have been up to today. I'd like to hear a bit about your adventures. What has gotten you going in the last 24 hours? Yes, I will keep an eye out for the schedule. I am hoping, not that it should happen, but I'm hoping there are no shenanigans. But I don't think that's going to happen in terms of the schedule. I've only requested 3 time slots anyway, so I should, by logic, at least have one of them. Alright, literally just putting on those set of bricks there, but it's time to build this figure. And as I said yesterday, I'm pretty sure I said yesterday, I already have my intended activity for the brick crawl. So that's something to look forward to. Also got to thinking about members only content that I could post, and I think I've got the content for the job. I just have to put a video together. So stay tuned for that one, members. And once again, thanks to Never Too Old and also younger brother Blitzwolf for gifting some memberships. Yeah, that's extremely tough. Definitely my thoughts are with you, Never Too Old. Excuse me. Okay, I'm gonna have to take a look once I am done with this live stream. Yeah, I'm still excited about this brick crawl, but I'm, with all this news, I'm hoping it's not going to be a loaded one. I mean, I'm hoping that everything works out in the end. Oh yeah, for those who don't know, Never Too Old has launched a new YouTube channel. I think it's Cats vs Toys. I should be subscribed to it, although I don't think I've seen any new videos, at least not in my feed. I have seen a couple of them though, and I'd be very surprised if that channel doesn't do well, because people generally like kittens, they like cats. They like seeing animals play with things. Alright, we've got another assembly. Oh man. Oh no. My condolences, sir. I was hoping he would make it at least to Christmas Day, but unfortunately, yeah. So I don't know what to say. Yeah, I've said before that it scares the crap out of me to think that I could lose either one of my parents, maybe both. But it's something that is inevitably going to happen, and I just hope that I'm ready for it. But I can't imagine what you're going through right now. Yeah, little Lego speaks the truth. If it is of any comfort, you are around some good people right now. So you at least have that. So yeah, at the moment this is identical to the AliExpress version. Now naturally I looked through the instructions to be able to find out which bits went where in terms of the color swap. Yeah, I was thinking about that, Kathy, and I think, whoops, what I'm going to do, there's a couple of things I could do with the red parts in this set. The first is that I could look to use them for building something else. I am not going to reveal what at the moment, but I was thinking of maybe a model on Rebrickable. There's a particular kind of model that I wouldn't mind building, and I know that I'm going to need some red parts for it. The second thing I could do is put them up for sale. I could list them on eBay and perhaps give the proceeds to charity. Now, I didn't want to mention it before because I guess there's rules about it, but for Movember, I tried selling a box of unwanted Lego parts on eBay, and 100% of the proceeds of that box went to charity. Unfortunately, it didn't sell for very much. I guess people were just interested they were just interested in getting a bargain. They didn't particularly care about the charity. And had it been a particular kind of charity, I'm pretty sure it would have earned more. But at least I raised some money for charity. I could sell them as all red parts, but then the set is red by default, so I don't know if I don't know if I could sell them like that, to be absolutely honest. Yeah, I'm gonna have to think about that, to be absolutely honest. But I will say that raising money for charity, and in particular specific kinds of charities, is important to me. Exactly, I did what I could, and it's far more than a certain group of people that I won't mention have probably ever raised for this particular kind of charity in as many years as it's existed. So I can be proud of that, at least. And hopefully next time I can do more. But that's another option. Yeah, so it looks as if Kathy's father also passed near Christmas time. You see, it can be a very loaded time of year, unfortunately. But I guess all I can say is, for those who still have loved ones, significant others, etc., make sure you spend as much time as you can with them while they're still here. Yeah. Right, so this is the bit where the AliExpress version had to make a correction, because I'll show you in a second. Okay, so we were meant to put some parts in these corners here, but it's meant to be these. These are 2x2 round corner slopes. The AliExpress version provided 3x3 corner pieces, so they wouldn't fit. But these ones do. Alright, so that's the end of bag 6. And these axles, they're meant to fit the balls. So these aren't spare parts. We don't actually get any spare parts. Maybe this cutlass, but that's about it. No problem, Alexandria. You take your time. And I'll just put these to the side. Let's go with bag 7. Welcome back, little Lego. Alright, so again, we're going to take out the red bits and put them to the side. And we've got the black ones to replace them with. So this time around we have the, well, initially it was a questionable Paradisa character, but I was reminded that this is, there was a guy who was dressed in a butler uniform, or at least it looked like a butler uniform, and I'm thinking that this is the guy. Why they put him in this outfit, I have absolutely no idea though. And this is him. Let's continue. Oh, whoops. Got to add our black pieces. I am being rather careful not to make any inappropriate comments right now. It wouldn't be the right thing to do. Almost skipped a step. Almost skipped several steps actually. Okay, that's that bit. And we're going to try putting this in blindly, I guess. There we go. All right. I'm assuming it's these ones. Yeah. Okay, this looks like dark stone grey to me. Okay, where did I go wrong? No problem, little Lego. You go run those errands. Ah, this is meant to be 1x6, not 1x8. Right, so let me take a look in my bag of spares. There's nothing there. Yeah, something had to. Okay. Had to mess up somewhere. There we go. Yeah, I'm basically doing this right now to get this out of the way, because I'll be very impatient, especially having had to wait all that time to get these parts. I wanted to get this done before the big day. And of course, I have the advantage of having built this already, or the AliExpress version. That's it, I think. Yep. Okay, that's going to fit here, just like that. Then we have this motif at the front, if we remember. We'll start at the top, make it a little bit easier to find out what to do. Would have been nice if these were more silver, I'd say, but there's not much I can do about that right now. It's okay. Whoops. And then we got the handle. And I believe these are all spare parts apart from the coin. A genuine Lego one this time. So I'll put the handle on here. Alright, so funny enough, I can't actually turn this now. Okay, now I can. Alright, so it looks as if with this one I have to actually put the coin in order to turn it. Maybe I did something wrong with the AliExpress version, but that's a significant difference. So that's the end of bag 7. Apart from those 2 axles, we've got these spare parts. Okay, where do I put the spare parts? I'll just put this in that container over there. Bag 8. We've got another teal spaceman. Okay, so immediately noticed with this knight figure that the shield is a completely different shape. This is the official Lego version, and the AliExpress version is significantly different. So that's one way you can tell which is which. This is mostly all red. Okay, so double-sided female head for the knight. She has the sword and the shield. Not a bad figure for those who like that stuff. And yeah, completely passed me by yesterday, but the other knight figure has a completely different shield to the AliExpress version. The air tank. This is the second teal spaceman. I guess this is a play on teal. Maybe it's a tribute to Pete. I don't know. No, Pete would be the green spaceman. There we go. And then all the parts for bag 8. I'll put these to the side. Alright, let's continue. I don't think I'm going to say much more in this live stream. So now remember, I've got to make 3 of these. So I'm pretty sure I know how this goes. Fortunately, I've got a bag with spares. So I'll just save myself a lot of time. I'm gonna have to give this a clean because there's some sticker residue on here. That's one. That's two. And that's three. Okay, so this one's going to go out the back because it's the least clean. Let's get that hair out. Put it there. There's another one there. And then here. Okay, so that is bag 8. We've got basically the base of the machine, which you can barely see in this lighting because it's that black. And this is the only spare parts in bag 8. Oops. Let's do bag 9. Okay, this figure is a pirate. And he very simply has a cutlass. Single-sided head, got a bandana, U-style bandana, and a sword. Very basic figure. Let me see. Okay. Ironically, I got a Merry Christmas message from an AFOL. There is some justice in the world. There is some good in the world. But no, this is somebody I know for I've known for quite a while, and they're good people. I'd say they're good people. Well, for the sake of saying something, I will say that I have mentioned I've been feeling quite down recently. The last time I spoke, it was mainly because of the whole thing about content creation. And I guess the pressure to do certain things as a content creator, which right now I don't particularly care about. Today, though, it's more about the idea of people generally being evil. I don't know about you guys' experiences, but people just seem to be more evil and more willing to be evil than ever these days. And I don't like it. I really wish things were different in that regard, but they're not. And a whole bunch of people seem to be really happy with tearing each other down, and nothing seems to happen to these people. I just have to remember that it's out of my hands, and I don't have to be anything like them. But just have to remember that there are still good people in the world, even if there's just a handful of them. Yeah, I won't go into exactly what I mean by that or why this came up, but all I'm going to say is I completely recommend you guys stay off of Reddit. That site is home to some of the most evil people in existence. I seem to be missing a 1x2 tile. And I don't think there's one in this bag of spares. Oh no, there it is. It's all good. But yeah, this is not the time of year, if you can help it, to be thinking about these things or getting involved in this stuff. Believe me, I had enough of it this year. So now we got the coin thing, coin tray, I guess you could call it. Okay, excellent. Just as I remember. No problem, Alexandria. You got to take care of what's on your end. I mean, that stuff is definitely important. Don't worry about it. It's I mean, there's a lot going on, and you got to pay attention to what you got to pay attention to. I was watching a Tucker Carlson video earlier today, and he was talking about the prevalence of evil, and he actually said something rather insightful. He said that rather than be angry at evil things going on, you got to laugh in its face. He said something along the lines of, if evil can make you hate evil, then it gains strength. So the only way to counteract that is to laugh at evil, as in suggest that it doesn't have any power. I never actually thought about it like that. But yeah, it does. I mean, on a different subject, I had vague visions of how this was going to look in a completely different color, but it's actually very interesting. I mean, it actually, well, it looks distinctive anyway. I don't know or think anybody else in the entire LEGO space would even think of doing something like this. But now that I've done it, it's going to be you're going to see these all over the place, I'm pretty sure. But yeah, as you guys know, I had the complete opposite response to what I see as evil. And now I'm realizing that, well, it's a little bit easier to recognize now because I've seen more or less what's happened, or more to the point, what hasn't happened. And it is quite funny, actually. I never thought I'd actually say that, but it's quite funny because you have these people who well, I won't go into the whole thing, but long story short, they're not actually going to do anything. Which, to be absolutely honest, is quite funny. I'll give you a perfect example. You remember the movie Labyrinth, and that thing that the main character has to recite, and she couldn't remember the last bit of it. That's pretty much what it is. It's recognizing that as scary as or intimidating as these things might first appear to be, they actually don't have any power over you. Anyway, let me not go off on this particular tangent. It's just random stuff that probably won't get many views. Okay, I think I'm gonna have to get a new laptop charger. I suppose I brought that up because, you know, especially hearing about what happened today and thinking about some of the stuff that's happened this year. The other stuff is pretty stupid, and it says a lot about the people behind it all. So, oh gosh, this thing it keeps beeping. But yeah, it's all stupid, and it says a lot about the people behind it all. So it probably is just worth laughing at, because they're not going to do anything. Anyway. Right, this is the interesting bit with the flag pieces. Let's see how this one compares to the other one. Okay, immediately I can feel that these aren't nearly as flimsy as the AliExpress version. And they slot together rather nicely. Welcome back, Kathy. What did you get, if you don't mind me being nosy? Yeah, I'm going to mention it. Speaking of presents, guess what I'm going to be receiving tomorrow, reportedly. Apparently, I'm going to be receiving my... Oh, nice. Very nice. Alright, so apparently I'm going to be receiving my pre-order of collectible minifigures tomorrow. Yeah, I'm missing one of those flag pieces, unfortunately. I'm wondering if it got stuck in one of the bags. Alright, give me a second. I'm going to go package diving. No problem, Alexandria. These things happen. Yeah, I'll just repeat that apparently I'm going to be receiving my pre-order of collectible minifigures. So the next series, which is, I guess, going to be released sometime soon. And as I've done with the last few series, it's going to be a complete box. Just wondering if I dropped it. Nope. Looks like I don't have one of the flag pieces, unfortunately. Maybe I've misplaced it. Who knows? But yes, if I wasn't so busy, I'd be a lot more excited about it. But yeah, I'm having to do a lot. Well, finding myself having to do a lot before the big day. I guess it's a way of trying to distract myself from other things. But anyway, we can still insert this piece here. This triangle attached to a sausage. Again, I have no idea how somebody came up with that, but that's what they have. And that should be the end of bag 9. And we have these two things as spare parts. Okay, things should really speed up in the next couple of bags. Got 10 and 11. And I guess we've got to build the figure. It's another Fabuland figure. I probably just misplaced it somewhere. Okay, let's move all the red pieces. Yeah, I think I'm gonna have to order myself a new charger. Welcome back, little Lego, because this thing is getting on my nerves. Alright, so we got the a female Fabuland figure with a rather discreet hearing aid. And she has a yellow mug. Okay, the lighting is a lot better for some reason. That's that one figure. And we have the second gold space figure. Oh my goodness. Well, thank goodness you didn't, little Lego. We don't need anything bad happening to anybody else. But yeah, watch yourself on the road, people. Oh. There's a shot of the second gold space figure. I don't know if anybody is going to build a massive army of them. I'm pretty sure somebody has, because generally somebody does. Alright, so now we're introduced to the new pieces which come in these bags. And each of these bags has four of these. I'm pretty sure these are new pieces, although I didn't check to see if they were. If I knew about them, I probably would have maybe ordered some, because I can see them being particularly good for architecture. We know people's brains melt when they go outside. That's being generous. They generally turn their brains off when they go outside, if they have any. I would like them to make even larger panels. It may be worth doing some research, I think, to see if there are any third-party sellers that maybe on AliExpress that sell large panels, because I think they were particularly good. They'd be particularly good for larger scale creations. And as I said before, as I understood, there was a policy. There used to be a policy of not creating new parts for LEGO idea sets, and obviously that's gone out the window. Is that a good or bad thing? Let me know your thoughts. You know, as they said in The Wizard of Oz, some people without brains, or people without brains, do an awful lot of talking, don't they? And we've got 4 more. As a reminder, I should probably check my registered user groups forum to see if I can get hold of some of those parts. Well, yeah, this is bag 10, and a lot of the hard work has been done in the previous bags, so things look as if they're going to speed up at this point. But mind you, it's already taken me just over well, almost 1.5 hours to get to this point. But yeah, as I said before, I did want to get this out of the way, because tomorrow is going to be extremely busy. Yes, I remember you making that point, Alexandria, and I think that is it. I think that's exactly the point. And it is one of the main issues I've had with the hobby, but I won't go any further into that. There's no need. Whoops. Oh dear, where'd it go? There we go. But no, I think pieces like this definitely do help, and it does add, well, it can add to general creativity. So I don't think it's entirely a bad thing. Okay, now we're building the, I call it the agitator. Oh, almost forgot my bag of spares. Bag of replacement parts, rather. There we go. Whoops. It is much easier and much faster having them pre-sorted, so I definitely appreciate that bit of advice. I think it's especially appropriate with black parts because they're so much more difficult to pinpoint when you have a whole bunch of them. There we go. And yep, this goes all the way in. Yes, it is much easier. I see what you did there. Yeah, particularly for black parts, it's easier having them pre-sorted. Alright, so we got what I call the agitator, which goes in the machine like so. And we are on the home stretch. Well, it's okay. You just gotta watch out for that enter button. All right. Cool. This is what holds it in place, and that sits here. And then we're just going to add some stuff to the top of this. And we are almost done. And these to go on top for decoration. Yeah, definitely a new laptop charger, I think. There we go. That is bag 10. Just a couple of parts spare. And now for the final bag. I don't think that missing flag piece is going to affect things very much. Okay. So remove all the red pieces. And I will show you guys the final minifigure that comes in the sets. I'm going to assume this is the person who designed the sets. And I'm actually going to use a red piece here because that is what is meant to be used. Although I can't find it now. So I guess it's going to have to be black. Oh, it is meant to have some yellow tile, not tiles, plates. Maybe it's appropriate that this has a black roof. Anyhow, this is the final figure. I'm going to guess this is the LEGO designer who designed this set. And she comes with a model of a house and a blue skate which resembles a car. I'll just put her over there. There's no space on the plate for now. We've got one more coin which I'm just assembling right now. And now we're going to build the lid. But I am going to make a small change. A very small change, and you'll see what it is. Welcome back, Alexandria. It's been so long, but it's always good to see you. Yeah, the red torso guy is the person who submitted the LEGO Ideas project. Okay, so that's what it's meant to be if you follow the instructions, but I'm going to make a slight change. Actually, I think I've gotten this wrong. As a matter of fact, I know I've gotten this wrong. Can I salvage it? Give me just a second. Yeah, I messed up with the preparations, unfortunately. So I'm going to have to reverse this change. But I will eventually show you guys what I had in mind. Don't want to spoil the surprise. Well, little Lego, excuse me. Excuse me. If you do decide to get another one, I want to see you do a color swap in a different color. Alright, so we're continuing with this. So, well, to be absolutely honest, what I don't want to see is a whole universe full of black vending machines, because that's my idea. But I'm pretty sure by the time people cotton onto this, there'll be the possibility of making them in other colors. The only thing I would say is just remember where you got the idea. Welcome back, Never Too Old. Or the just little Lego saying that he, well, for lack of a better term, he's inspired to build his own color swapped vending machine. I think a white one would be really good. Those other colors, yellow, green or blue, they'd be pretty good as well. It's just a matter of finding out which bits, well, deciding which bits you want to replace, and then getting all the parts. I think probably the biggest factor is going to be these slopes, and and these corner pieces. That's probably what's going to dictate which colors you can make it in. Nice. Well, if you want to go down that route, why not? Although again, you've got to be careful in terms of official Lego events and things like that. There are some people who are very, let's say, Lana about using third-party pieces. Right, that's the lid. Obviously, we've already assembled the coin, and that is the color swapped vending machine. If you give me just a second, I'm going to see if I have some parts to add the finishing touches. Okay, I'm in luck. So I've got to do a little bit of disassembly. Excuse me, but I can add the finishing touch right now. Check this out. There you go. And just a couple of spare parts in bag 11, which came from the minifigure. And there you have it. This is the color swapped LEGO Minifigure Vending Machine, exclusive at the moment to yours truly, SilentMode. Just got to add the balls. Just going to make a couple more so I can fill the whole thing. Give me a second. So just got to put the rest of these balls together. Dropping things all over the place. Right, there we go. What do you mean? Right, so just insert a coin and rotate as such. So it looks as if I have to actually insert a coin in this version to be able to dispense one of the balls, as opposed to the other one, which is well, maybe I made a mistake with the mechanism, but it doesn't have the same effect. There you go. Am I going to do 28? Well, there's what do you mean by 28? There should be 16, unless I can't count. There's 16 minifigures in the set, so there's 16 balls. Oh, okay. Oh, I see. Am I gonna add some more coins? Or am I gonna add some more balls? Well, it would be interesting to see how many fit. I think you said 32 fit in total. So I just still got my my little injury there. Would I do 32? I think if I make good on Never Too Old's idea, then it would be worth doing that. It may even be worth extending this section further to accommodate even more. It really depends on the scenario. But I think to go along with this, it may be worth having I don't know, grey coins, white coins, because it kind of looks odd having yellow coins with a black and white machine, although I guess it does match the blue and yellow balls. I do like that movement. It's a lot smoother than the AliExpress one. I actually don't know what's different between this and the AliExpress one. Maybe I did the AliExpress one wrong, and maybe that's how it's meant to function, but I definitely like this a lot more. But anyhow, that is the color swapped vending machine. Expect it to be copied and posted on Instagram, your favorite social media channel, ad nauseum, without any credits. But you guys know where this one came from at least. And so with that is the end of the saga. And I want to thank you all for joining in and for playing along as usual. Now, of course, I want to say my condolences to Never Too Old for losing his father just before Christmas as well. My thoughts are with him, and if you can, reach out to him and give your condolences as well. So I don't know if I'm going to do something in terms of a live stream tomorrow, maybe something for members only. But if I don't see you, make sure you have a very Merry Christmas, and I will see you for the brick crawl just before the new year. This has been Silent Mode, maker, artist, and LEGO enthusiast, encouraging you all to do your thing.